Last time in Allgate. Let's see here. You returned to Bastion, went in front of the king, presented Hallie's remains.
Corpse.
Presented Hallie's corpse.
It was just this side of putting him up in front of the general store.
Yeah. And then handed the Skull of Zengrys over, and everything was going exactly like Eliza's vision until he moved his hand and motioned for Avery.
Elias.
Huh?
You said Elias instead of Eliza, and I got very confused. Sorry.
You know, sometimes when you talk a lot, not everything works out correctly. And so Avery stepped forward, took a look at the thing, and then had you guys just put it into a lead box brought in by Marie and another person. It was Elias.
Thank you.
Marie and Elias.
My cousin, Elias, Southwood.
Southwood.
That's
South Lake.
Cross Lake.
The Southwoods are the ones you always have to count the spoons after they leave dinner.
Southwood Bagginses. Let's see what happened then. You noticed that then
we had a interesting reunion with Allard.
That was his name, Allard. Allard had joined the company in the back.
Kismet really wanted to be still mad at him, and then he gave her a hug and said he was glad she wasn't dead. It totally put the kibosh on her being angry.
It was really frustrating.
And then there was shopping, where Eliza had to get something nice to wear on her date because she had talked to.
And they went to Celeste. And they went to Celeste for advice.
Yep. The very, very pregnant Celeste.
Yeah.
Celine.
That's your wife's name.
Your wife.
I don't even remember.
His mistress is Celeste, so it's very
confusing.
Very Ghislaine.
You talked Kismet into a suit, and Kismet and Allard got very drunk in his secret compartment full of alcohol that pops down from the back of his carriage, which I'm getting one.
Yes. God damn. What's Eliza's girlfriend's name?
Mina,
thank you. Apparently, no names tonight. My brain's just not doing them.
We're not doing names tonight. Got it.
Yep, proper nouns entirely.
Everyone else can, but my brain is straight.
Tonight is the kind of night where a DM comes up with a name like Jarnathan.
Jarnathan.
No, Jarnathan.
The great thing about that is, as terrible a name as it is, they just said it 1,000 times in that opening scene, and it got funnier every time I see it.
Jarnathan.
Yeah. So, Willow and Ergoon went off on their own date at a lovely cafe, Galanese cafe, overlooking the bay, where they were trying to have a nice heart-to-heart conversation, but kept getting interrupted by their waiter, Jacques. Hello, I am Jacques. Everyone saw the pictures I posted.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So good. I posted some pictures in Discord when Willow said, "What does Jacques look like?"
I needed to know.
Laura said that, yeah.
Oh, I see it. I love it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I love that his mustache emotes with him.
Yeah. Whoever on
Mon Dieu.
Yeah, mon Dieu. I've met the lady.
I fucking love it.
The lady.
The lady.
Yeah, whoever the guy was on ArtStation that designed that character, like, Perfect.
No notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eliza went off on her date as Willow and Ergoon were returning very drunk and giving 2 different cafe names as to where they went.
Mm-hmm.
Duck!
And Mina took her to a special place that she liked to go, but is only accessible by oh god, what's that spell? Not Misty Step.
Dimension door.
Dimension door, thank you. But had to make sure that Eliza was a willing creature first. And Eliza went.
Where are my clothes?
They were gone.
All the work we put into getting clothes for this date, over.
Obliterated.
Right. This is a special teleport spell that simply teleports you out of your clothing.
Yep. Also, a wizard would come up with that.
That is true. It's funny was when I came up with that, I was literally just quoting the spell.
I know.
One willing creature of your size or smaller.
Again, our DM is a bard.
Yes, everybody likes how I throw a date, which is great. Kismet perched on Allard's roof later that night, and they had a little heart-to-heart. Eliza was getting a lot of pressure to
propose
Nina,
on technically first date.
And she didn't.
No. She also doesn't have a ring.
Yeah, she does.
Us?
Oh, that's right. No,
Allard
gave her a ring.
Yeah, it was her grandpa. It was Allard's grandmother's ring.
Yeah, it's a family ring.
Mm-hmm. And you're basically part of the family. Anything else I'm forgetting?
No, we were just talking about the war and that there had sort of been a change on the southern border.
Yeah.
And the cannon and the corrupted lands creeping northward. And that Avery had made a sort of like a net over Highkeep to kind of detect the demon portals when they happened so they could nip them off so they weren't as much of a problem in terms of large-scale takeover.
That's right.
And I'm terrified it has something to do with Eulorian.
And I want to go to the celestial plane.
Mm-hmm.
And Miles is the one who met you at the boat and escorted you in as a lieutenant in the Musketeers.
That's right.
I'm proud of him.
Our little boy's all grown up.
Yeah. I'm curious how he felt when we were bringing Hallie's body. Because he knew him. Or if he's just like, no feelings anymore.
Well,
Perhaps it's worth asking.
you
Maybe.
could go find him.
That's true. We haven't tried speak with dead on him.
I'm hungover.
So we
Are you really
on
dead?
Miles?
Are you sure? Are you dead
What?
now? I was thinking the 4 questions we were going to ask.
oh
Oh, God.
Yeah, you probably don't need speak with dead to talk to Miles, though.
So-
Probably not.
He does seem
I know
alive.
I know you all may be waking up in the same house, but I am not shamefully doing the walk of shame coming back. Just FYI.
Good. Fucking strut, Eliza. You earned it.
Mm.
Oh, if you look at the Zoom chat, I have a present for LJ. Oh,
Oh.
it's too long. Hang on, I gotta put it in different spaces. There we go.
Oh my.
Oh.
This is a present from Allard.
No, I just made it up just now. You said
It
you
could
wanted
be a present
so-
from Allard. I'll allow it.
Yeah. Oh my god. 10 people?
Oh my god, that's been fucking tastic.
It doesn't make the drink for you. You still have to do
No,
that.
it's just I can keep it in there. Oh my god, that's fantastic. Yes, please, thank you.
I'm actually imagining it like
So it basically lines your pocket. And so you can just reach into a pocket and pull out bottles. And then drink.
Yeah. It's like a portable hole.
Yeah.
I'm imagining it more like a pouch like this, where you open it up and then you open it up and open it up and open it up until it's a full-size bar.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
Oh yeah, dice. I need those maybe. So the dawn.
Orlak wakes early.
You're like, okay.
And
Nerd.
and well, yeah. And positions himself to see who's coming out of what room. Because he's curious to see how this is all going to play out.
Orlak, the
question
eternal
is-
romantic.
The question is, do Willow and Ergoon even make it home? Do they just...
Are
Well,
we
you
just
guys,
wandering the
you were
streets?
there when I left, so you made it home.
Yeah, because you gave them directions of where to go. Bad ones, but you did.
Well, we sure did it. And you know what? I made Eliza some freaking nice flowers.
That's right.
And we told her about Jacques and I got a piggyback ride. That was pretty fun. And
Unless you guys went out somewhere afterwards. I think you're...
I am a
there.
good mount for her to ride back home. What?
Are they still drunk? Are you guys still
I don't know.
drunk?
I don't know that they've come out of their room yet. So because Orlak's waiting.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna be the last because we had bottles of wine. Thanks to Jacques, my favorite human.
Okay.
Until I see Eliza.
And today,
So I
maybe
think
your
the
least
first
favorite
person you would see then is Eliza. But I think more so, Eliza's going to try to climb into the window to the room she would be staying in.
Well, but Marie is also staying in the palace, right?
Mina?
Or Mina.
Is Mina staying in the palace? We don't know where Mina's staying. I assumed Mina would.
She's probably staying anywhere that you are because she just got out of prison. She's
Oh,
been
that's right.
staying in the palace, sorta.
Okay.
One of the
So then-
towers.
Scratch everything I said. Mina, so Eliza will awaken, and if you are perceptive, you might see that there's someone else in the room.
I could probably just smell it. No,
Yeah.
he doesn't have scent ability. Huh?
Kismet just comes out with like her tabard half on, half off, and just a little messy hair, a little bit, just like kind of like a teenager that took a really hard sleep, but looks actually pretty bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and just sort of nods to Orlak and looks
Literally
back at the
bushy-tailed?
doors.
Literally bushy-tailed.
So,
Unless
so,
John has something to say about that.
so Orlak looks at Kismet, and then he looks at Eliza, who probably you're both in the hallway, and he lifts up his notebook and writes things.
Sometimes I feel like a lab rat.
There's cheese in there.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm good with that.
Coffee and bacon.
What kind of cheese?
It was orange, and another one was red.
Do I have to press a lever? Cool.
Kind of watches her go and writes some more.
They have coffee and cheese in the kitchen. That was loud. So Eliza starts putting
Back
together.
up the stairs. I'm assuming Eliza's still there, having yelled back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And we're like
She
in a
comes up with
street,
two
right?
mugs of coffee and like a little napkin that has whatever was downstairs wrapped in it and just shoves them in Eliza's hands and turns
Where are we
around
staying?
and walks downstairs.
Are we in the palace?
You are in. You are palace adjacent. You're
Yeah.
on the grounds right now.
Oh, that's right. We were in a large family's manor.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Oh, that's right.
yeah. That's what I thought. Thank you.
Oh no, that's where we went to get. I don't know that we ever said where we
No,
were.
I think you did. I think that you said that like we were being provided accommodation, but
Yeah.
it wasn't
So-
specified if that was in the.
So it's someplace on the palace grounds. somewhere.
Right. So the main palace is here, and there's like a wall around it, and then there is like this
Little buildings.
big like guest wing essentially, and you guys are in one long hallway with all different rooms on the sides.
Is there like a common room with like rooms off of it or something?
Mm-hmm.
So Eliza's holding the two coffees and the cheese, and she goes, "Damn it!" And goes over to another door that she wasn't in. And goes, "Mom."
Yeah, there's also pastries and fruit and chocolates, vegetables, eggs, about 6 different kinds of pork.
Mm.
It's
Mom, they have breakfast downstairs if you're getting up. This is weird. My girlfriend and my mom are both here. I don't want to
There's
think
no
about
downstairs. It's one long hallway.
it. Oh.
Yeah, it's like 3 stories, but
Oh,
you're just
we're all on one story though, right?
We're all in one story, yeah. So,
But you know, there's like 25 rooms per hallway,
Yeah.
so you're
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat cheese.
inches.
Orlak settles back in his chair and he's waiting.
Have either of you seen Ergoon or Willow?
Not yet.
We need to figure out stuff.
Hey, Eliza, roll perception. I'm sorry, John. You usually say that, but I need her to roll perception.
How many screens? 26.
Oh yeah. So Ergoon has his book, but next to the book, like he's holding it in like one hand, like underneath the book is a mirror.
Orlak?
Yes.
Are you checking yourself for back pimples?
At the moment, I'm writing in my book. Why?
You have a mirror.
Yes. Scribble, 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 scribble.
Okay.
Cool story.
Are you also awake?
Door opens up. Eliza, your mom comes out.
Sorry.
Oh, my bad.
Ben was role playing,
Oh, sorry, I didn't.
but he was doing it in the low Ergoon way that you couldn't hear.
I'm not sure where my levels are at right now. So it might
Your
feel
levels
bad.
are good. Your levels are good.
Okay.
Ergoon's just lower than your normal voice.
My bad. Are you awake? Imagine she like goes up and down a little bit on his chest as he's like breathing.
like
Nice.
Sam Neill in Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you require food and water?
Yes to both, I guess.
I shall provide.
You carry me.
No, you stay.
What? No.
You can stay comfortably. And he'll like pick her up and move her over, and then like
Yeah.
tuck her in like a little like burrito kind of thing.
Okay, I'll stay.
And then give her a little kiss on the forehead. And then we'll get up, and I imagine that all the guest rooms have like a little like robe or something.
Mhm.
But the robe is probably like too small for Ergoon. So like he'll try to put it on, it doesn't really work. So he'll just kind of
large for a human and a vest for you.
he'll just kind of wrap it around his waist anyway. So like he's just wearing a loincloth or whatever like that. Just like wrap it around his waist kind of thing. And then just kind of just walk out into the hallway and like start walking down.
Message for you, John. So when you step out into the hallway, Orlak is sitting there, and he snaps his book closed and go, well, there you are.
Ergoon will walk over to Orlak, grab his book, just like spin to where he's writing notes and surveying the people, or surveying the party, and he will take his pen and then just write, I feel great, then put it back and give it back to him. And then
I look at the entry and then I say, that's good, because your sister wants to meet her.
And he'll get like halfway down the hallway and then he'll just like stop.
And Orlak holds up the mirror that's already starting to glow.
Oh. And also, are Kismet and Eliza watching this?
Probably.
Or I think
downstairs.
No, I think I went back into the room. It's just the two of you.
Well, there's a common room at the end of the hallway, and the common room is basically where Orlak is watching down the hallway and all the food is. And
okay, I'm on the other side of him at least. I'm not paying attention.
Of course not. They brought you your own pork products on plates.
No.
I'm not eating my feelings.
Now is not a good time.
You can tell her that. Not a hill I'm willing to die on.
This is hilarious.
And he's still holding up the mirror that's now glowing brighter. And you can see like an outline starting to form.
I will go over and grab the mirror. And she appears, I'm guessing?
Yes.
This is not a good time. And he'll give back the mirror and just walk down.
Ergoon, come back. Ergoon. Orlak, make him come back.
Orlak gets up, walks over to Ergoon, holds out the mirror, and looks at him and says, if you think I'm getting in between this, you're sorely mistaken. Take the mirror.
You can just keep following. He's just gonna keep walking with the mirror.
So Orlak nods at that point and looks at the mirror and says, one moment. And then I go to Willow's room.
No!
Well,
I just turn and walk down the hallway.
I am completely
Do
bundled up
I
in
notice this in my hungover stupor? I want to know. I will roll perception.
You gotta roll something.
I rolled a dirty 20.
Yeah, you notice.
Damn it.
I mean, I would probably be able to
imagine-
get to the door before you catch up to me.
I would imagine. No, I am far faster than you.
And can teleport.
And can teleport.
I imagine so like you're getting to the door and I notice and I will just like speed up like and like I will just like before you're about to like knock or whatever like that.
Well, I wasn't gonna knock.
Oh, I will before you even open the door, I will just take the mirror and just walk.
Meanwhile, Willow is completely oblivious.
Yes.
Like light streaming in, the sound of seagulls.
Some nice god rays coming in, a gentle breeze blowing
The sound of a lute lightly floating over the city.
This is nice.
Ergoon, I hear you have a human.
I have a hangover. As I keep walking.
I wish to meet her for the family.
It is not appropriate yet. She has not committed yet. keep walking down.
Not committed?
Mm,
You either find a mate or you have not. Have you found a mate?
I have. Uncertain if she has.
Well, have you asked her to mate with you?
I am giving her time. It is the human custom. And like it's gathering food and drink.
Yes, humans are inefficient in the ways of love.
They are also quite warm and soft and lovely. He'll like pause and think about it.
And you prefer that to a strong woman with scales?
I prefer her.
Orlak's making tea now.
Well,
Sort of watching.
have you at least kissed her yet?
It is not appropriate yet. I am.
I think you might be being too timid and you might wish to rethink your strategy.
I am.
You wish to win. You must go for the, well, in this case, mouth.
I am. I am being respectful.
You are being a pussy.
And I will throw them. No, I will just break the mirror.
It doesn't
No,
break.
I just snap it. It's like a wafer to me.
No.
Magic item. Trust me, if Orlak could have broken it, he would have.
Oh, I hope to. Can I try to break the magic item, John?
Sure. Make a
I have
strength check.
claws. I have claws. They are magical.
Make a strength check.
Later, when they ask us why this wing of the palace exploded, we'll be able to say partly it was a hangover, partly it was a brother just being ticked off at his sister.
A total of
How much
18,
is it?
John.
18. You. The enchantment on this is too much for even your considerable strength.
Orlak watches him try to do this for a little bit, and I'm sure like my mate's like voice is all muffled as he's trying to do this, and finally Orlak says,
What are you? What? No, Ergoon, you're being a baby. Don't. No.
and finally Orlak says, I would enjoy speaking to my children at some point. I would appreciate if you wouldn't break it.
As he's walking away with after he's gathered the food and water for your clutch, then he'll just throw it back to her or to him, and then we'll kindly open the door and kindly close it.
Breakfast!
I have acquired sustenance. And he will like bring over a little stool and make like a nice little like presentable breakfast. And then he will just like bring her, well, a glass of water first. And then we'll
I stick my little hands out of the blanket.
And there's some nice hot espresso.
Oh, fuck yeah. Did you get some espresso? I don't think you know this. I need that to live.
I have, but you should wait for an hour so you don't crash later.
Hour. Ergoon.
An hour. This is for your benefit. We
Welcome to the future.
we Draken.
I reach for the espresso.
You will have to someday learn to trust me, or rather, Orlak. He knows espresso.
Why am I trusting Orlak?
He is good with numbers and things.
I'm sorry, is espresso made with numbers? I don't think so.
He would call it a science.
Oh my god.
This is actually one of the comforts that you miss anytime you leave High Keep. Really good coffee.
It's so good. Ergoon, you will not appreciate this like I do. And that's okay. I need this.
Then
It always comes in such small containers, though.
It's always just a little cup. And it's always so beautiful with these filigrees and the flowers and
yes, this is a very cute scene.
Thanks. I'm gonna unravel from the blanket. Oh, sorry. I was busy getting out of this blanket. Huh?
He'll just kind of look at Willow, so she's just getting up and just naturally looks beautiful, not wearing much in front of like nice window and lighting and
I go for
You are in one of the highest spots in the city, so not a lot of a chance that somebody's going to be peeking in your window, unless you get real close to it.
You should know that my never mind. I like you a lot. Yes.
I like you too. A lot. Breakfast helps. Want some bacon?
I would like food. Yes.
I put it in your mouth. Shoot. Did you get waffles? You remember when I introduced you to waffles?
I love how efficient they are. I put berries in each little receptacle. Here. He'll like pull off like it's a Belgian waffle, so like he'll just like break off like a little thing and just I'm
sorry, I'm hungry. Okay, hangovers are a lot.
All right, so then this is for Willow then.
Fucking coffee.
I already have the bottle of Boundless coffee.
I'm just imagining somebody trying to pour pocket out of their like pants pocket, like into like a mug, like.
Usually works. I don't know why. 20 gallons or other hot liquid.
You just have to get a siphon going.
Yeah. I freaking would.
I'm not sure the displacement would work if it's an extra dimensional space.
Only one way to find out
Science!
dimensional physics.
Science!
I love science. Oh my god. All right, yeah. Don't put it in another bag of holding. La. Bad things happen.
We lose so much coffee that way.
It's such a waste.
So back in the dining room, what's my wife saying now? Like I got the thing back.
Like, he is being a baby, Orlak. Make him kiss the girl.
Oh my god, it's Sebastian.
If I bespell him, he'll probably be upset.
I'll also be upset.
Perhaps you're right. I'm concerned for his love life.
I will endeavor to have Willow speak to you as soon as possible.
Very well.
Be well, wife.
Yes, husband. You be well as well. Say hello to your father, kids.
No, they're not there. She's at the front.
Oh, that's right.
They're in the crash.
That's right. Says, I must go and fight demons now. Be well.
All my love. And then we
Fine. She gives you like a little Draken thing and
You guys don't do kissy faces or nothing?
It's hard with the teeth.
We have lips.
Yeah.
Eliza,
Kismet.
your mom comes out and she's like, she's actually looking very much improved. You've been gone for a few days and she's got what looks like her hair's been cut. She's been cleaned up. She's healing nicely and she's got some new clothes.
Oh. You look like I'd be more difficult to pick you up than before.
Oh, I suppose.
Has Allard been keeping you safe?
Yes. He and Prill and all of the people here. There's a young gentleman, Miles.
Prill, my Prill.
Oh,
Yes. You know, the fawn that you left with me.
yes.
We've been taking care of each other.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Quite friendly. Yes.
Oh, quite a bit different than last year. Have you had any encounters with Father?
I saw him in the throne room and decided to make myself scarce. It's a large place, lots of rooms. You can't check them all. You know, his knee.
Well, that was on purpose. I do not regret it, but don't ask me that in front of a tribunal.
It was fun to watch you do it.
Well, I will likely be going on another journey or 2 or 3, but I do plan on coming back here and, you know, making sure that you have a place to stay. Have you have you had time to meet Mina?
Oh, not yet.
Now is probably not a good time. She is sleeping.
Oh, in your room.
In a room.
In a room that you happen to also
Yes. Well, yes. Okay. Well, yes.
You're doing that mumbling thing you always do.
We
don't want to tell me something that I obviously should already know.
We were in the same room all night. It was fine. I'm an adult.
No, I just want to be happy for you.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, she's in there. Anyway, I need to go. We have some decisions to make, and I'm feeling a little antsy because I feel like I can't settle down and like do the future planning thing with like, you know, the wife and the kids and the mother-in-law suite and like everything I have going on in my head until we figure these plans out. So I can't do the things I want. I can't wife her, you know, I can't build you a home.
Well then, get your shit in order, daughter. And she like smiles and kisses you on the cheek.
Mwah.
Mwah. And she goes and makes herself a lovely plate of food.
And I walk off.
I'll like publish a series of treaties over this, you know.
And I knock on everyone's door. So I'm going to knock on Willow and Ergoon's door. I'm not going to go in. I'm just going to be like, family meeting, Kismet, family meeting.
We will be there soon.
Thank you.
Back to our robe school.
Kismet just leans her head in from down the hall and like, are you coming here or do I need to bring food there?
Just come. We need we can meet in your room. We just all need to talk.
I'm not in my room. I'm down at the end of the hall, stuffing my face.
Well, then why am I shouting into your room? Goodness gracious.
I don't know.
Orlak and Kismet are looking at each other and just sort of like,
So Eliza thinks Kismet is in her room and is just like, Kismet, would you get up already?
Just looks over at Orlak, remembering that she, like, literally 5 minutes ago handed her stuff to take to Mina for breakfast.
Oh, there you are. How did you get in here?
Must have been some night.
Indeed. The repercussions surely will be interesting.
I'm dressed.
Is Ergoon still wearing basically underwear?
I'm wearing a half robe, which is really a full robe. But
Who's wearing all the robe? It just doesn't cover as much as you think it would.
So is he peeking out of the bottom of the robe is the question.
I'm imagining it's not even getting to his waist.
No, he's wearing it like, just like...
You're
like
8 feet tall.
Yeah. He's just bare chested, that's all. You get to see.
Oh, it's wrapped around his waist. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Like a smock.
Here you go.
Good.
You see a little Draken root at the bottom there.
Worked for your pleasure. Sorry, I think I killed a Laura.
He's just...
Fine, it's fine.
So you walk in and Orlak looks at you and goes, "You probably could have taken the time to put on pants."
I feel comfy.
Richie. Oh, so
What was there some emergency?
There's not an emergency.
Okay.
I just want. I
Just a
just
general
want.
fear of you crossing your legs, but sure.
I don't understand.
I have been thinking about what we need to do,
Are we all sitting now?
or we're just in the kitchen together. And Eliza isn't gonna make everyone sit down, but
You mean in the common room?
the common room, yes. Sorry,
Okay.
where the food is.
Ergoon's getting another coffee for Willow while he's listening to Eliza.
Thanks.
So Eliza pulls out the fork and she goes,
It is Willow out there too.
Yeah, I got
Imagine you with like the blankets wrapped around you onto one of the fainting couches.
just shuffling over. No, I think I got dressed.
we
Blanket over.
need to decide if we're going to war or if we're going to plan for war.
Have to elaborate.
We need to decide if we are going to the Fey realm with our queen. She looks at Kismet. Or if we're going to speak with the gods so they can help. Because personally, and she motions towards the sword at her waist.
Which you do not have.
Oh, that's right. Oh, and she goes, wait, Orlak, you have that, right?
Under my bed.
Okay. Personally, Adalia has told me she can remove the bond that I have with that thing.
Or the thing that you think is done.
What?
Or the entity that you believe is the god.
For purposes of clarity, can you just let her continue?
It's her,
Proceed.
okay? I know the difference. I have encountered enough evil to know when it is good that I am speaking with. I would like to use this to visit her. I believe she gave it to me for a purpose, and that is to get this bond removed. And potentially, maybe there's some other help to be found.
Generally speaking, the gods are occupied defending all of us from demons, but it seems logical that we talk to this high priest and get some sort of confirmation before trying to cross into another plane. Something that we really shouldn't be doing in the first place.
We can do that. And if the gods are typically occupied with the demons, it's not going great right now, and perhaps the reason that they want us to come is to help us help them.
Every crossing of the planar barrier weakens the barrier in infinitesimal amounts. That's part of the problem. But it's possible we can... Well, let's not jump ahead. Let's confirm what's going on first, and then decide what to do then.
Then we'll visit the temple. We will get some confirmation. And assuming that this is what I think it is, I would like to use it.
I mean, as long as it's attuned to Paless, I'll be able to get us all there. And, I mean, same for you and your rapiers, Kismet.
The question, of course, is if it is an invitation, is it only for you?
Yeah.
Mortals aren't typically allowed to go herring off into the realm of the gods.
But I don't go anywhere without all of you.
We're not with her. How would she get back?
Well, she'd be with a god who...
They have a tendency to just simply do.
Understand, Eliza, my doubts aren't anything to do with your faith. It's more... It's far easier for a god to send an avatar here than it is for us to go there.
Well, then let's talk to the priestess. And maybe I'll
Sure.
pray
Let's
again.
I'd like to know more before we start sending you off. Forgive the expression, gods know where.
Okay.
I don't like
Well,
sending you anywhere alone.
I guess let's go then. And she starts walking towards the door.
Oh, we're doing this right now. Okay.
And Kismet just mimes the words that are...
Oh, right. Let's plan on leaving in a half hour.
Oh. And get back in my blanket.
And then she looks at Willow and she goes, is there a spell for that?
Blanket?
Hungover.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Lesser restoration.
Did you say it or did you do it?
I just said it. I don't cast that spell.
Oh, Ergoon will cast it on her. He'll just he'll just be like, and then just like lay his head on her lap and be like, and he'll just like touch her nose. Bless her.
You feel this like
Adorable.
and suddenly your head clears up and the headache is gone and the sunlight doesn't hurt as much. And yeah, you don't have to puke. So
Nice.
That's a relief.
There's something warm and soft in Kismet's eyes as she watches Eliza walk back to Mina's room.
They're cute.
Good.
Orlak, all right, Ergoon, are you as comfortable as you are? Are you planning on putting clothes on today?
Are we planning on getting into battle at all?
We are visiting the High Priest
Yeah, you might
of
want to
Aldgate, or of High Keep.
Orlak, I do not believe you understand this thing called comfort.
I understand the thing called propriety, and I understand what we're taught and how to respect those in authority.
I don't know this.
I'll make sure he gets
propriety.
dressed.
I understand penis.
She is. This one is good with clothes.
Did I break you, LJ?
They're-
Just
Are you winking at Orlak when you do that, Willow?
I can say the dirtiest things in that voice and they don't sound gross. It's just...
It's like magic.
Yeah.
It's like charming and horrifying at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, if Orlak said that, it would sound awful.
Yes.
This one's good with clothes. See, it doesn't sound right.
Okay, I will enjoy the next 25 minutes right here.
Should probably make that 20 so we can get you dressed. Sorry.
At some point, Orlak is just going to turn to Willow and be like, he's yours. Tag, you're it.
Is Ergoon noticeably older than the typical mating age for Drakens? Like, is that something that's going on?
I've
here?
never thought about how old Ergoon is.
Like, is he to a place where, like, the reason Sister is reaching out is she's like, he needs to mate. He should have mated years ago.
I would say that's probably true, but I don't I think Dragonborns technically live a little. I mean, I guess I don't know how long dragons live in John's world, but I think technically they live a little bit less as long as humans do. Or something like that.
In this world, they're much more on the dragon side of that, and they live much, much longer.
Oh, cool.
I think they reach maturity about the same time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no! According to in 5e, Dragonborn grow quickly. They walk hours after hatching, attain a size and development of a 10-year-old child by the age of 3, and reach adulthood by 15.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah. But that it maybe in Allgate they just live longer.
No,
Yeah.
well, I think that them growing up sooner also makes sense from the reason why they were crafted. They're crafted.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Regardless, sure, I would say like culturally maybe he's past that point, but I think that's more because like Draken are probably expected to reproduce quickly.
Well, and I think didn't we say that we were clutch mates, like, or we were not the same parents, but we were in the creche together.
Yeah,
but like for me to like learn Majory would mean I'm probably older, not older than you, but I'd probably be about 40-ish.
I would say that you're older than me, probably.
Well, if we were in the same age group, though, but it might be a range.
Sure.
But it's like if you were also 40, then it would be older for a Draken to not be attached to somebody.
Sure, that's fair. And you have a couple of kids too, so
yeah,
it makes sense.
I'd have done that. I had to have done that at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I met him.
It's true. The kids have met Willow.
No wonder she's like, where is she?
Yeah. Why haven't I not seen her face yet?
Hey, Ergoon weren't even a thing when that happened.
True.
I was just like, holy shit, you have kids?
I like kids.
But yeah, I would imagine that's probably the situation between him and his sister.
Well,
she sounds like a...
She's a general.
I'm
eye
gonna
roll.
grab a beverage since John's also away.
Here comes the general.
Yeah, the way I always sort of pictured her was,
ladies and gentlemen.
She's like this consummate warrior general, like leading troops, always, dealing with the army kind of a thing. I mean,
if everyone else is up, I am going to go get food.
Oh yeah, go get food. Well, I might as well. Everybody should go get something. Let's all leave.
Okay, fine, bye. What if I just stay? Oh.
I heard that.
Damn it. I was like, oh my God, I have the screen to myself.
Right.
This recording
I'm the DM now.
Yeah.
I also heard that from the kitchen, Alora.
Damn it. Whatever. I failed my stealth roll.
I realized I was cold because I was jealous of your scarf, so I went and got a scarf.
This is a tortilla blanket I thought it was cute for the scene.
Oh my god. I'm a burrito.
Why is it red? Why is it the blanket red?
My
No.
blanket?
Has like red spots?
Yeah, it's a tortilla.
Oh, that's great. I like it.
Because you made a Willow burrito.
Buddies!
We're Hellfire Club and Tortilla Blanket Club?
I know.
John?
This is why we're also siblings. So
Yeah.
LJ and I are siblings, and I mean, we're just bringing Alora into our clutch.
I fully accept this.
I am sister.
Good.
Easter.
Yoga party. This feels nice. I actually want an espresso right now.
I realized that I wanted one really bad as soon as we were describing them. Like, I should not have one of those at 9:30 at night.
Burrito Ninja.
Sister Sludge, that coffee shop that Ben and I took you to, LJ, they have little espresso shots that you can order that have like kind of like mocha-y ingredients in them, and they serve them in the cutest little teacups with a tiny little spoon. It's so good. It's so good. And I could walk there, but they're closed. Actually, their wine bar is open.
Ooh.
They serve wine in little cups with little spoons.
They should if they don't. No, they do espresso.
Got this one piece of hair that's just like, boop, hey everybody.
Oh, hi.
I have that problem.
That's right, because all your hair goes, oh hi, oh hi.
Because otherwise it does this.
Yeah, it's this bit right here. Tonight. In this bit. I get it.
All right, so we're walking someplace apparently.
No, Eliza's not back. She required sustenance.
Oh, sustenance does sound good.
Yeah. There she is.
Do you need sustenance, John?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Sorry.
have to wait until we're done to eat.
Good.
So.
Okay. Okay. Are we going to the temple?
High priestess.
Yeah,
I'll also
I
warn
feel
you,
like-
and I think you guys would, at least Willow and Kismet would know this. Like,
Yeah.
Eliza's on a mission, and she's not paying attention to anything other than let's figure this shit out.
You're kidding.
You're kidding. Well, Ergoon's just in like bliss at the moment.
Yeah. I'm sharing my blanket.
Priest.
El Salvador.
Yeah,
Brava.
so you all spend 20 minutes or so getting ready, dressing, saying I'll see you later to whoever might be staying behind.
Yep.
And make your way down the stairs and across the gardens. You know, there's nice topiaries. There are hedge, like not like a hedge maze, but like hedges that border all of the sidewalks with the big fountain in the middle. And you head over to the Pantheon temple. And the doors are open. Inside, you find some of the lesser priestesses, and how can I help you today?
Yes, we were told we need to meet with the High Priest Salvador de Brava. I have this.
I don't recognize that, but I will get the high priest for the dawn.
Sorry, say that again.
Said I would get the high priest for the dawn.
Thank you.
Ma'am, this is a Wendy's.
That's who we are.
This is a dawn.
I
Yeah,
heard dong. Personally.
The
And,
whole different thing.
She disappears into the back for a couple of minutes, and she comes out, and the bald-headed, mustachioed, grandly adorned man comes out, walking with his cane, and says, my friends, welcome to the temple. How may I be of service to you today?
Yes, Adalia gave me this.
Orlak's going to go, perhaps we can speak privately on a
Well,
personal matter.
Kind of inspects it a little bit, and he says, yes, come back to my...
I've been calling it a dingle hopper.
oh my god.
Come back to my
All
office.
Little Mermaid references today.
Oh no.
And he leads you into the back. You can see that there's a couple of the... you see that there are a couple of the like red tabard, the church musketeers who you used to brawl with in the streets who are there, and you actually recognize a couple of them.
Oh, hey, Dave.
And they're like, oh shit. Like they've gone on to huge things, and we're still brawling in the streets of musketeers.
Hey there, Zarini.
Kismet. Hey.
What's up, Dave?
Eyes looking a little bit better than the last time we met.
Oh yeah. It's they're growing it back nicely. I got a little money in my purse and decided I'd rather have the eye than not.
Orlak pats Kismet on the shoulder and says, this one did not die.
No, it wasn't like that. No.
I like that it took me a second to get it, but Kismet got it immediately. Have a good one. And he brings you into the back where there is a large door which he opens, and inside are bookshelves upon bookshelves upon bookshelves that are stuffed with ancient tomes and scrolls, and there's a large oak dark wood desk there that has all sorts of different things on it, as well as a large holy symbol for Aegon and the Pantheon, with Aegon at the top right in front of it. So it's like the sun, and then all the different rays of the sun are the holy symbols of the rest of the Pantheon, which is kind of the general Pantheon holy symbol. And he kind of like walks over. This is okay. Please have a seat. What is this now that you have?
So we were in a rough spot, and we're trying to make some decisions about the future. And I made this one over here, and I've worn it Orlak. Pray with me. Let me go back. So I have a kind of soul bind with a demon that lives in a sword. I can't get rid of it if I cross into another plane without it on me. Remind me, Orlak, we got to go back and get that before we go deal with this. But if I cross into another plane without it on me, I end up dying. So we like have to be close to each other. And then, so I was like really struggling with that, and, going through a rough spot.
Eliza, perhaps start at the beginning.
Okay, so I was about 11 years old, and I was in the forest.
No. And she points to the thing in her hand.
Oh, okay. So I prayed. So Adalia's been coming to me in dreams. We'll just say that. We can talk about that more. She's been coming to me in dreams.
Wait. Before you move on from that, how has she shown herself to you? This is not. It is very uncommon, but it is not something I have not heard before.
Yeah. As a beautiful lady, very peaceful and calm.
Mm-hmm.
She's always by a tree, and she has told me that she can break this bind that I have. It feels as if she's chosen me in some way, and I feel as if I want to as if I trust her, as if there's just a deep knowing in me that she is good and she is for me and she will use me in good ways. She also protected me and created a separation and a barrier between me and this sword, the demon sword, for a while, which has been really helpful. So I was on the ship and I prayed, and then I went to sleep, and when I woke up I had this, and I think it's a tuning fork to Paless. Sorry. Paella is
It's fine. Paella.
Paless. I think it's a tuning fork to Paless, and I think it is the Earth Mother's way of requesting our presence.
No, that I have not heard before. What do you need from me?
Can you confirm that this takes us to Paless and not,
Well, there are
somewhere
certain
else?
things, and he pulls out a small pair of reading glasses.
The whole time that Eliza was talking, Kismet would have positioned herself to be able to see his face clearly.
Uh-huh.
I'm watching his expression for any sort of displeasure or too much shock or anything that's being hidden.
I think you're I think you would generally be able to tell that there is confusion. And then when she starts talking about having visions, he's like, and you can tell that this is something almost relieving to him after the rest of the story.
Sure.
Well, I can certainly take a look at it, if you will. Might get your object work going. He takes it, and he's got his glasses on. And then there's that duotone that turns into a chord, and he's, and he puts it down on the table and picks up this, reaches into a drawer and pulls out this thing that he kind of it's got all these arms and stuff and a little base on it, and he screws the arms onto this thing to just holding it. And he says, this is a unique thing, and I do know that there are certain devices that can be tuned to the outer planes. So if people need to get there, and they are powerful enough, they should be able to get there. Now, I've never heard one to go to Paless before, directly to the halls of the gods. Since I have heard people visiting many of the other planes, but this is new, but this is also something I have never seen before, and it does look like Adalia's spear. And he gets up and he goes over to a couple of books, puts some scrolls on another bench and opens one up. He stops for a second and he does this little prayer. Ah, yes. And he goes over and he pulls a book off, something that looks really, really old. He pulls it out and puts it into a stand, and he's kind of facing away from you, so you can all see it. It is in an ancient language.
Mm-hmm. Is it one that any of us might know?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. What languages do you know, Willow?
Me?
You.
Illusion, Common, Druidic, Dwarvish, Elvish, Orc.
Okay.
That's-
Orlak?
Abyssal, Common, Draconic, Elvish, Sylvan.
Okay. Ergoon.
You are muted.
Common, Draconic, Elvish, Primordial, and Celestial.
Okay, Kismet.
Where do I find this? I'm trying to find it.
Left-hand side below your character abilities, your attributes.
So there's like the armor, weapons, tools, languages.
See where your saves are?
I don't know. I'm on the app.
Oh, on the app, you have to go to...
Using languages, probably.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Common, Sylvan, Elvish, Thieves' Cant, Undercommon.
All right, Eliza.
Abyssal, Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, and Primordial.
Okay, Ergoon. As you're just kind of watching him do his thing, you open this thing up, and you can see that these glyphs are in. My brain is so honked up. Celestial.
Mm-hmm.
You can read that?
Yes, I can. This is familiar to me.
Oh, you speak Celestial.
I respond yes in Celestial.
Nice. And he kind of flips a few pages in there, and then he goes, and he starts this chant. And as he says it, it's almost like a song in the way he speaks it. And as he does it, you see the little spear kind of, and it starts vibrating and glowing as he does it, until finally he gets to the end of this little passage, and it kind of goes, and it glows, and he looks down and flips another page and says, well, it is very distinctly glowing amber. That is a sign that this is tuned to Paless.
Told you guys.
So it is Eliza's contention that the god wishes us to go to Paless. Thoughts?
Well, it's I've never heard of that happening before, but strange things are happening on the world right now. So,
Well, and how often have you also heard of her just dropping off a tuning fork to Paless with a band of semi-qualified adventurers?
again, never. I have heard of people having dreams from their gods, all sorts of portents and such, but I have never heard of somebody going and visiting the Hall of the Gods.
Well, I've got good news for you. Now you have. Soon, maybe.
In a book. If you survive,
If we
the journey and
survive,
you
I will
return,
tell you about it. Yeah.
That's all I ask is you come back, you take notes, and you tell me all about it.
As the high priest of Adalia here, is there
I am
some...
a high priest of the Pantheon. I do not specialize in Adalia.
Oh, forgive me. But is there some sort of blessing or some sort of commune you could have to know if we don't know if we're meant to go with her, and I'd not want to anger the gods and show up to a party I've not been invited to, but I'm also loath to send her alone.
Eliza, perhaps this is something left for your instinct. What do you think? Do you think the god wants you to come alone? Or do you think the god wants you to bring your companions?
When I prayed, I didn't pray for myself. I prayed for all of us.
Okay.
Sounds
think
like a
she
clear
knows.
sign to me.
I mean, no, we need to grab a few things, but should we go from here? Would that be alright? A place that's connected to them already? Sign of respect?
I mean,
It's here, or it's a large guest wing.
Not a large guest wing, the king's guest wing.
The king's guest wing.
We went and visited a large townhouse.
Yeah. Well, let's go gather what we need and we'll decide then. If we choose to leave from here, would we be welcome? Would there be a space you would prefer?
Yes, we have a lovely place out in the garden for communing. You're welcome to use it.
Great.
thank you.
Let's go get my demon sword.
Thank
Can't
you.
think about that.
Yeah, if you want to bring that button, okay.
Thanks, Salvador de Brava.
This is grazie to you, Willow.
Gotta prepare the spell. Okay. I don't know Celestial.
My favorite thing about playing Eliza is she just states what is with no thought as to how that will look. Like, I don't get to do that in real life. It is so enjoyable to be like, well, let's go grab my demon sword. Just,
Next on
they're
the
infected, they kissed, everything's great, go to bed. Good night. Statement of fact.
I can help teach you if you wish to learn Celestial.
Yeah, well, I just know that this plane shift spell requires a verbal component. I don't think it has to be me.
I can.
It probably does. Ugh.
Perhaps there's a way for me to lend my voice for your spell.
Yeah.
Just as someone were to give you a component for a spell.
Okay. I just don't want to mess this up because we'd be going to Paless, and that's a pretty big deal.
I know these theories behind the spell. I can help guide you as well.
I got my witch magic. We'll figure it out.
I have absolute confidence.
Before we can go, I must contact my order and receive permission, or else Ergoon and I cannot go.
Right, your directive will have changed, won't it?
Understood.
Piercing the barrier is not something we're usually encouraged to do. But needs must.
Surely a personal invitation might warrant such a exception.
Our order is not very religious. It's more secular in nature, but I will ask.
There is a pragmatic argument to be made.
One doesn't have to believe in a god to accept that they are indeed a very real force in this world when they wish it.
Oh no, they believe in gods.
By secular, he simply means unaligned to a specific deity.
Yes, that.
All right. Well, you head back to your quarters, and get your stuff ready for a trip. And what do you bring to see the gods?
I think I need to dress up. This isn't going to be good enough. Right?
We have fancy clothes.
I don't think we want fancy. I mean, there's fancy clothes, but we also need to be prepared to move.
I know. I'm just saying, like, meeting the gods and
If
Yeah.
what I mean by
Yes,
that is, if the gods choose to send us to a battle or a war afterwards, make
Dress
sure you're
armor.
prepared for that. Yes, dress armor,
We
but armor.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
go be
Sure, you
good
could
with
get-
clothes.
Sure, somebody you know in this town has prestidigitation. Maybe
True.
somebody else. Marie has mending and can like really get your everything all fixed up. And oh no, Eliza's dead.
John, I'm gonna pull up when I get back. I'm gonna pull up the mirror. Yeah, I'm gonna go to my room and I'll pull up the mirror. And I sent you a note just now of a name, and I'm gonna contact my superior in the gatekeepers and report in.
Cool. Give me 1 second here.
Woo.
Hello.
Hello. Everything good? Okay.
Did you choke on air?
No worse, I choked on a vinegar pickle.
Oh my god.
So
E.
I would think all these.
I heard that.
I did too.
I did not. But now I'm sad I didn't.
Oh boy. Okay. Get a nice dress on with some leggings underneath for mobility. Armor over.
All right. We're like, you set up your mirror, say a few magic words, and shortly afterwards, you see the face of the high mage who runs your order, Albar von Temler.
Master von Temler.
Orlak, what news do you have from Highkeep?
The Archmage continues to work upon the skull, and she's going to consult with the Archmage of Imperia. But another matter has arisen.
Yes, Lucen has already left.
Another matter has arisen, and one that requires consultation. It appears that one of the members of the group has received a divine gift from Adalia, a invitation to Paless. Therefore, Ergoon and I require permission to cross the plains to Paless.
To what end?
It is the hope of Eliza, who received the summons, that the goddess will break the bond with the Black Sword, and which will certainly allow us to dispose of it without killing her. I know we could not do it before when I brought it to the Order for fear of it destroying her, but if the link could be severed.
What link does she have with this Eliza?
The goddess?
Yes.
Evidently, Eliza has been receiving visions.
So she is a chosen one.
Apparently. This is a somewhat new development.
Yes. Well, I do know that paladins in many of the orders receive just such visions from gods before becoming blessed with their powers. But it is not heard of that they would cross the plains, go past the barrier to visit them. I'm curious. Do you think these gods might destroy the sword, so it can never come back here?
Hopefully.
They would certainly have the power.
That would be advantageous.
Yes, and if they had the power for that, would they not be able to do the same thing to the skull?
That is possible as well. And here Orlak sort of pauses, like, I can't believe I'm about to say this. He's like, if I meet the goddess, I suppose I could inquire. It would seem impolite to bring a demon-infested skull to Paless without...
Well, there's not a demon inside there. It is a fae.
A elder fae entity in a skull without permission. It would seem like bringing that to Paless.
Well, perhaps you should pray on it.
Or perhaps someone religious should do that.
You have taken your studies. You have gone to the Sunday school.
I will meditate upon it.
Very well. If that goes well, I will put in my vacation Bible school. You have gone to the vacation Bible school. At least favorite thing ever. I will put in my recommendation with Lucen himself to allow you to take the skull to be destroyed by the gods, which is a very strange thing to say.
Yes. But do we have the permission of the Order to leave this plane?
I think if the gods have invited you, they may have bigger plans. Do you believe that she has been invited?
I had my doubts, but we consulted with the High Priest of High Keep, and he seemed fairly convinced. If nothing else, the item Eliza received from the goddess is attuned to Paless. I'm not sure how a fell creature could do that without the permission of the gods.
Yes, that would be quite the trick indeed. So, yeah, I've seen many tricks of late that I have not seen before from them. I would say use caution, and if you must, return as fast as you can. But if you truly believe that this can help, perhaps the gods will have knowledge of why the corruption in the south is spreading to the north.
I could ask that as well.
Very well. You may take the portal. Be kind, be considerate, return safely. And
I'm always considerate.
Sure you are. Ask Ergoon. Says, good luck. I look forward to your report when you return.
Very well.
Over and out.
So I'll walk back out and I'm going to look for Eliza. So
You hear noise coming from her chamber.
No. I'm like standing at the door, like, can I?
Yeah,
can
I open the
something?
door and it's like, oh, okay.
I need the sword.
Yes. We've received permission to go.
Uh-huh.
But my superior brought up an interesting question. If the gods can sever the link between you and this blade and potentially destroy the blade, couldn't they do that to the skull?
Well, do you know what?
He recommended that we pray upon it, and perhaps you will receive a vision from the goddess to determine whether or not the skull is something we should bring with us.
You want to pray with me again?
Did I pray with you before? I wasn't there.
But you did.
Okay. So Orlak goes, fine.
Okay. Come with me. Is there a garden nearby where we are? Or an outdoor area? Okay.
Yeah.
Come with me. And I grab his hand and start walking to the out.
Fine. I'm walking.
Yeah, it's that same little area that you had to cross to get to the temple.
Yep. Okay. Okay.
There's
Adalia
benches next to the fountain with the trees and the bushes and all that.
Okay. So Adalia is the goddess of nature, and this is nature-y. I'm going to touch the tree and hold your hand. I guess we're going to try this. This is weird. Okay, here we go.
So Orlak very easily slips into a meditative state because it's probably part of mage training.
You know what? I'm going to talk to her the way I always talk to her. Lady, we are seeking your will and planning to come and find you in Paless, because we believe that is what you wish for us to do. I will be bringing the sword, but we are wondering if you have thoughts or plans or wishes towards the skull that we retrieved with the Fae inside. Perhaps you could destroy it in a way that a human mage could not. Whatever your thoughts and your plans, please let us know. Also, got a sore on my big toe. If you could help out with that, that would be great. I'd love if my mother would be safe. And also, this whole situation with Mina is really confusing, and I'm trying to figure out what to do with it because we basically went on our first date, but everyone thinks that we should get married, and I would like to marry her. Some clarity there would be great. And she just lists out what people do when they pray with her, and also God, and also God, and also God, and also God.
And while I got you here.
Yeah. In your holy name. And then she goes, in your holy name. Amen. Oh, no. Oh, wait, no. And bless, and then she goes through a list of blessings. And bless Orlak, and bless Willow, and bless Kismet, and bless Ergoon, and bless Miles, and bless... In your holy name, amen.
All right. Eliza, make a wisdom check.
A wisdom? Woo, okay. Come on.
Do it. You can do it.
Come on.
With advantage,
Give me something.
Orlak is helping you.
Yes! Not a wisdom saving throw, a wisdom check. Okay, +3. Natural 20.
Woo! The gods have spoken.
All right.
Eliza.
The first one was a 12, so thank you for that help, Orlak.
You kind of sit there and you're spouting this stuff off, and Orlak just kind of grabs your hand and gives you a little squeeze, and you're like, okay, and you'd be like, amen. And you sit there for a minute, and kind of the warmth of his hand, you manage to actually kind of connect with something naturey here, as you can hear the wind blowing through the trees and the water trickling down from the fountain and the sound of the seagulls, and it all kind of washes over you. And you both of you, in fact, see the same thing, which is kind of the paintings that you've seen of Paless, which is basically a mountaintop, clouds and a mountaintop with some old pillars and Greek style architecture, and it's that same thing, and it feels like you're there. And in the center of this is the skull. You're kind of moving around it, and you just see lightning bolts destroy the skull in Paless. Feels like a positive.
Did you see that?
I'm right here. Yes.
Did you? Yeah. I think we're supposed to bring the skull.
It would appear so. My superior in the order said that he would speak to the Archmage, so...
Should we head that way?
You have other things you need to gather? I can go fetch it.
Well, I have this. I need to grab the sword. I am wearing my dress armor. We have our supplies. I'm ready to go.
Perhaps we should go as a group, pick up the skull, and then
head back to the temple.
Perhaps if we're picking up. Oh, I'm not there.
Wait, if you're gonna go to
We're gonna go.
Perhaps we should gather the rest of people.
Yeah.
Go as a group to get the skull, and then go to the temple to cast the spell there.
Yeah. See if Avery will hand over the skull to us, and if the king will approve.
Yes, you might want to check in with your king about this.
I think if we speak to Avery, Avery would have spoken to the king, or
Eliza.
We can go to Avery and ask. We'll go to the king first.
That seems best.
He most likely will want to consult with Avery. So
that's what I'm
seeing her
thinking.
First would probably make good sense.
Yeah.
We'll hang out with everybody.
Or if we go to Avery, she can probably ask for the king to come in for a consult.
Kings aren't usually
Request.
summoned as much as we go
Requested. Okay, well then let's go to Avery and see if Avery will come with us to the king.
Very well. Don't you have something else you need to do?
She walks inside. Orlak is such a matchmaker.
He follows her. He follows her.
Matchmaker.
It's not going to go away.
Good, I don't want her to go away, but it is not time. I cannot propose and then be like, oh, hey. And then she looks around just to make sure no one's listening. Oh, hey, I'm going to go off to Paless and then also maybe the Fey Realm to like defeat a Fey King / the Fey Daddy / help enthrone my friend. And you'll be sitting over here all like engaged, planning a wedding, and I'm not around for any of it.
Conversely, if we go do all of those things and something untoward happens to us, she'll be left thinking, I wonder if she actually did love me before she went away forever. With the ring, she'd know.
I'm not like you right now. Goodbye.
I keep following her. It's a Draken tradition to solidify a mating before going off to war for just those reasons. It's like they said and he says just Draconic.
I love how it's like there's Sorkening.
I do not speak to Draconic.
So he rattles off something in Draconic.
We both speak Abyssal.
There's an old Draconic Draken saying, and he rattles it off, which means before the tides of war come, put a ring on it.
That is not real.
It is. I just said it in Draconic. That's how you know it's real.
Fucking impossible.
She goes in. She's. Would you? What if she overhears you?
Then
She goes in your bedroom.
And you'd better hurry up.
Grabs the sword and goes, meet me downstairs. I'm going to say goodbye to her, and I'm not proposing yet. It is not time. It needs to be a romantic gesture with like planning and thought and like angels and fountains and flowers and cool things. I can't be like, oh, hey, I'm going to go meet the gods.
Let me ask you one more question. Does she love you for who you are? Do you think?
Yes.
Then why would she expect or want any of those things from you? Your very nature is spur of the moment chaos. Wouldn't that be what she wants?
Eliza storms off. Does he chase her again?
No, he lets her go.
Okay. Eliza storms off.
I'll go find the others and gather them up and tell them what's going on.
He's headed towards where the others are.
Oh, I thought, okay, I sort of trailed. She's faster than me. So I have these heavy robes and scales. I'm not swift.
So
she doesn't storm back up into the room.
I'll go find everyone else and be like, okay, we're going to go. This is what we're doing.
You come back to like the king's guest room area or whatever like that. And you see down the hallway, Ergoon just kind of waiting out, as waiting at Willow's door.
They said yes.
I'm waiting for her to change.
I open the door. Yes to what?
Going to Paless.
Is it cool? Do you like? Oh, okay.
I like the dress.
Thanks.
It is pretty.
Yes, it is pretty.
Thank you.
He's been married a long time. He knows the drill.
This is
Kismet's laughing from across the hall, watching the whole thing.
He almost says, he's like, your skin looks very nice.
I remember this.
Your skin looks clean and shiny.
Thank you. I scrubbed it. I exfoliated. Well, this is probably about as good as I can get for meeting the gods. Yep. That's fine.
Just going to wear my regular robes.
Out of the last door where Eliza was sleeping, you see, you hear, I'm sorry, you're going to meet who?
Oh, the gods. Apparently.
Going to meet the gods.
Maybe just Adalia, maybe all of them. We're not entirely certain.
Yeah.
It's Mina, by the way. This is,
we know. No.
where's Eliza?
I thought she'd gotten here already.
She went to talk to...
Yeah. So if Orlak got there to talk to us, that means that Eliza already got there. And
No, she went somewhere else.
She went somewhere else.
Never mind.
She did not. She's not there.
I thought.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know where Eliza went.
She walks faster than me. By the way, Willow.
I was focused on outfit. What?
My mate desires to talk to you in person, like using the magic mirror. And as Ergoon's sister, she feels that the time has come for her to meet you. He says right in front of Ergoon.
Did you know about this?
Utter silence. His tail like curls around his legs.
So is there time that she wanted to do that, or?
We have to wait for Eliza. Don't imagine the conversation will take that long, will it?
What?
He says as a guy who doesn't understand these types of things.
Right.
You do not have to.
Oh, at this, Orlak goes, oh, I would.
Am I in trouble?
No,
not unless you don't talk to her.
Okay, so I should do this if I value my life.
That's why I said yes to marriage. My wife can be
My wife
can be intimidating. She is very driven, as benefits in general.
Okay, sure. Okay.
But she can't harm you through the mirror. So you have some level of safety for now.
He won't.
That's not super comforting, but it is sort of comforting.
And beneath her gruff exterior, my mate is full of love and rage. As benefits a Drake.
Well, I mean, I guess I should, right?
You don't have to do this now.
I do look my best right now.
You look great.
It is later there, and she was going into battle, so perhaps
Okay.
I could find a time.
Okay.
That's
Well,
appropriate. But I wanted to give you the what is that human saying?
Heads up.
Yes, that.
cool. Thanks. Love that. I like the heads up. Okay, cool. Writing that down. Scheduled time to meet Ergoon's sister / Orlak's mate. Okay. Go on one date and okay. It's fine. I'm fine.
And Orlak steps close to Willow, and he'll put like a hand on her arm, and looks her right in the eyes, which kind of involves putting his put his muzzle down, and says, "You would be a good addition to the family."
Orlak or Ergoon will just kind of like grab Orlak and pull him down the hallway.
Thank you.
That was a nice thing to say. Why are you pulling me down the hallway? Should I have said I don't want her in the family?
I will pick him up here. She and humans do not have as quick and fast culture as we do. She is still thinking. And Ergoon's like whispering the best that he can.
Can I hear it?
He's whispering the best that he can.
Wait, so what did he say? I missed it.
That Willow hasn't decided yet. That's all.
That one.
But now that she knows that we would be welcoming, perhaps that would help her decide. You seem very resistant to this whole idea, Ergoon.
We can be rather abrasive.
Correct.
Did you say correct? What did you say?
We can be very direct.
Oh, direct. Yes, well, she is allowed to take her time. We have decided to do things her way.
Fine. Seems like that takes a long time. Sent you a note, John.
You're supposed to be a master of time.
You want me to advance time so that you get to the point where she says yes?
No, I want...
Well, then why are you even bringing it up?
I would like you to let it happen. Let time pass.
Suppose. Seems so mundane. Chronologically.
I understand you're not very patient and sometimes very brief. He'll look at him. Brief.
Me? I'm the soul of patience. Hard to laugh like Orlak. Start down and growly.
See, that's the benefit. You just act as Ergoon, who just doesn't laugh. Who just is like,
Pretty good.
All right, so we'll come back over to the group because I think we're
Willow, as you're trying to listen in, Mina comes up and she's like, if you're all going off to see to Paless? Oh my god, that's fucking crazy. And Eliza's not even here. She hasn't even told me yet. Like, what's happening? And she's just kind of like pissed off and talking to you.
Yeah, and I'm like, whoa, I truly thought that Eliza had was here and maybe had told you that this was a possibility. She woke up with this thing in her hand, and it's turning out to be like a key to Paless, and like
Kismet kind of wants to watch Willow flounder a little bit longer, but steps in for fear of things actually going south with Mina.
Yeah, because I'm like,
we've only just.
Lie.
I'm sure she's on her way back here to tell you right now.
She walks faster than me. I thought she was here.
Orlak, enough.
You hear these small footsteps coming up the
Death's hallway. Oh,
yeah. As little, short, red-headed, freckled young woman at this point comes in, and she's dressed in a really nice dress, and she's all, hey everybody.
Marie.
Hi, Marie.
Hi. Hey, I was sent to come get y'all because Allard and Eliza need you at Allard's house.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Everybody.
Okay.
Ergoon, we're leaving.
Let's go.
And Mina basically says, well, fine. I'm all right. I'm coming. And Eliza's mom says, me too? She says, yeah, I think everyone's supposed to come.
Okay. Like everyone?
Well, not like the whole palace, but all you people.
Oh, Marie.
Okay. Yeah.
Suppose we count as you people.
All right. And she does a little spin. Let's go. And and she kind of runs down the stairs, hops down the stairs. And
you must be like the weirdest fucking parade of people tromping across down the street to Allard's house.
You come out across the little there's a in between the street where there's kind of a square out in front of the palace. There's also this rift in the rock where there's like a little bridge that goes over it, and you go over that, and there's all these upper crust folks. There's carriages and people dressed up very nice, and as you come by, parading out and down the boulevard that way, and they're all kind of looking at you, and some of them give a little applause, and but Marie's like, come on, don't fall behind, let's go. And eventually
you have to skip. Seems undignified.
No, I think you have to. I think that's the intended direction.
Yes.
You first.
She's just to see if she can get Orlak to
Oh, there's not a chance.
How do you skip with a tail?
I don't have a tail. Ergoon has a tail.
Sure.
Ergoon, how do you skip with the tail?
Probably easier.
We don't skip. We kangaroo.
Have you seen the meme with the Tyrannosaur and the kangaroo saying short front arms, long legs, tail? Once you see them together, now all I can picture is Tyrannosaurus Rexes hopping like kangaroos.
Yep.
Yeah. They should have.
As you approach Allard's house, the door opens from a couple of musketeer guards who are there, including Miles. who actually meets you at the door, and he says, "This way, please."
Thank you, Miles.
Mm-hmm. Says, "Good to see you, Willow," and he kind of like gives you a little like arm hug.
Cool.
You see he's kind of just taking you directly towards the back door, and you see Allard's parents and his father, who's tall with that like white streak in his hair. He looks very, very dashing. Definitely like Silver Fox version of Allard.
Allard, your dad's hot.
And his mother, who is
it's time for payback.
who is just as gorgeous on the women's side, and she's got like the high cheekbones and the defined jaw and smoky eyes, and she's like, good to see you all. And
Allard, your mom is hot.
Lark's not even there.
I know.
And
He knows.
you hear some string music playing, like a quartet, but more. And Allard's out back. And they open the doors, and you all kind of whisk out back, and what do they see in the garden?
So out in the garden path is just littered with petals.
God damn it, I knew that motherfucker.
And the petals kind of go for a while until you see Eliza standing at the end with like the petals come into like a heart shape around her. And then around Eliza is almost an orchestra of string musicians playing a song. And along the side of the petals, there's little candles lit along the way. And everything is underneath these two beautiful trees that kind of, the wings of the trees kind of overlap each other. So there's two large trees that are creating shade between them, between their branches.
And
All
who
for
is
me?
there?
This is crazy.
Ergoon.
And who's there?
So Allard is there, and then everyone who came. So my mother, notably, my father is not there, nor was he invited.
Shocker.
Celine is sitting in like a chair.
Yeah.
She's huge.
Celine is sitting nearby.
Celine's already crying.
Of course.
Very hormonal.
Yeah. Oh, what was our old captain's name? Why am I blanking? Doolin is there.
Mm-hmm.
The king was invited. I don't know if he's there, but the king was invited. I don't think he's there. But Allard would have invited Uncle King.
The king was unable to attend at such short notice.
Yes, because it's literally been 25 minutes. So Eliza's standing at the end and watching for Mina to come out the back door.
So Orlak is probably closer to the front than Mina, and he just gets this giant grin on his face, and he kind of grabs Ergoon with one hand and maybe Willow with the other, and like pulls them to the side to get out of the fucking way.
Actually, when she sees him, she goes, Orlak, one moment. And she takes the sword and she goes, I don't want to be wearing this for this.
Cast Mage Hand and bring it over to me.
Yep. She steps back into place.
Then I pull the other two out of the way. Here we go.
That's right. Marie's still with us?
Yep.
Yeah.
I catch wind of what's going on, and I lean over and I whisper to Marie, and I look back at Mina, and I just look at her and I go, make her look fantastic.
Yeah. And she turns around, and like Mina is kind of looking around, and Marie just kind of pulls out her wand and kind of prestidigitates, and she's like, and she looks down, she's like, what the hell is... And she looks up and she sees all the stringed instruments and Eliza and everyone else. And she's all, oh, shit. Oh, Eliza.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh shit, this was a mistake, wasn't it? No, it's fine.
No.
No?
She kind of comes up to you and she like
Hey.
grabs your hands.
Hi.
Hi. Is this what I think?
It's what you think it is. Give me a moment to explain.
Hey.
So the first time I saw you, I thought I was seeing the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen, and I was immediately
I was
enamored.
trying to kill you, yes? Mhm.
Yes, you were breathtaking. If you had killed me, I would have died happy having seen you. I'm very glad you did not kill me. I've recently learned that I may need to go and visit the gods. Adalia has called me to her.
That's a lot.
And there's a lot, and I know very few things, but one thing that I know for sure is that I love you and that I want to spend my life with you. And someday we're going to have the most boring, wonderful life together. I don't speak Draken, but there's an old Draken saying, which is before the pangs of war come, marry the one you love.
I lean over to Ergoon and go, very close.
And I don't want to leave, not knowing what will happen without knowing for sure what is home for me. I've been all over the world, and there's no place that's home more than you. And then she'll go, and so, Mina, get down on one knee. Will you marry me?
You're not just doing this because they pushed you into it?
They pushed me into it, but I had a friend tell me I am chaos embodied. Why not find some joy in all the chaos?
You are impulsive
Mm-hmm.
and chaotic,
Mm-hmm.
and I sit in rooms and make equations and order out of chaos. I need the chaos in my life.
And I need someone to order me.
Then, yes, I will marry you. Now kiss me.
She kisses her.
You put it on, slide it on her finger. You kiss each other and hug, and she goes, I was going to say no, but you have so pretty words.
You were going to say no?
I mean, I wasn't really going to say no. I was just going to say, like, we don't have to rush into this, but now I kind of want to rush into it. So,
why not rush? Our entire relationship has been a rush.
Right now? Is that what's happening?
No. That is too soon.
Okay. You just made...
I mean, unless you want.
There's just this, like, happening up at the front.
No. Just kiss me. Just shut up and kiss me.
And she kisses you, and wine comes around, and everyone, yay!
String quartet.
Mm-hmm. And Omri, Alard's father, like, he's like, the good champagne, and they cart out like a giant cart of like the best Galanese champagne and start pouring it out for everyone. And you all drink up.
I wasn't prepared to cry. I wasn't.
I don't got a problem.
If we thought they were getting engaged when they were just getting together, and we thought they were getting married when they were just getting engaged, what's the wedding gonna be like?
And I think Eliza hears that and she goes, Kismet, the wedding is going to spend my father's entire fortune.
Hell yeah.
And Allard goes, as if I would let him pay for it.
Mina
He'd
says,
be lucky if he's invited.
Mina says, save some for us, please. Like, we don't need anything but each other, but it'd be nice to have, like, land.
Well, yes. And she looks at Celeste and she goes, and I will need a ring bearer.
Celine.
Flee.
She's like, you better be okay to wait. It's gonna be a while.
And I will need a ring bearer.
Unless you have somebody to carry the ring bearer, it's not gonna go very well.
Well, he needs to be born first. It's not happening today.
Working on it.
Oh.
And Marie says, what about a ring bear? And nudges Willow.
Rawr.
Ah!
So I think a large mom is like, and it'll be a big to-do because that way I can practice for Marie. And Marie's like her eyes go big, like, whoa.
She just grabs one of the champagne glasses.
Marie!
She's like, I'm already getting this, see? Mom, you're the reason your teenage daughter drinks.
To be fair, Marie, I think it'll be about 13 seconds after they say I do before she'll be asking me when we're having children, if I know your mother at all.
Yeah, try to take some of the heat off me, would you?
Will do.
So,
You want kids, right? We'll talk about it later.
I'm thinking career right now, like kids? Jesus Christ. 15.
Yeah. No, I said that to Mina. Sorry.
Oh.
That wasn't clear.
Oh,
What?
okay.
That's something we'll talk about that later.
Yeah,
You don't-
maybe not while everyone's looking at us.
Yeah.
Definitely
Still
not
waiting on
something
an
you
answer
should
for
figure
the
out
ring.
before you get engaged.
I'm sure you have a plan, because I do not.
Oh, yeah.
Orlak goes, have you considered eggs? They're much more convenient.
Humans don't do that.
With a bit of
We
magic.
do it a
maybe they
different
could.
way.
It does make me wonder. And she looks at Willow, and then at Ergoon, and then Willow, and then Ergoon, and goes,
And Orlak goes, it does make you wonder, doesn't it?
Ergoon is just like drinking a bottle of wine, not listening to the conversation at all.
Where'd you find that?
I
He has
think
a
you
second
need
one.
to be trying not to listen to this conversation at all.
And Orlak starts like not lecture mode, but he's like, when you consider her ability to wild,
Orlak, no.
That-
No.
He picks
No.
up Willow, puts it on her shoulder, and just walks away.
Bye.
She's got full bottle of wine. Well, somewhat full.
Alar's dad goes, oh my, oh my, oh my.
Oh my.
Like, so they're next, huh?
We don't know. They're taking it slow.
It's awfully cute.
It is adorable.
It is, but
The only-
congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.
Took the liberty of getting you both a little something,
Oh,
if you'll allow me.
it was 25 minutes.
You know,
I turn
we
Ergoon
moved
around.
quickly in the Longville house.
I do know that.
And
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
these two boxes come out on a single big pillow. He says, see, Allard has told us about the fact that Eliza's often gone and Mina is often here, and that you have 25 words that you can say to each other a day. So what I've gotten you, and he like whisks these two elegant black cases, and he goes, darling, and gives one to his wife. And they both open them up, and there are these ornate bracelets that he says all you have to do is say the other's name, and you can speak for 1 hour.
Oh,
I tried to get it for longer, but short notice.
no, that is so much more than 25 words.
Think of how many words you can do per minute. And that's 60 minutes.
And Marie says, Eliza can do like 1,000 words a minute.
He talks very fast. Oh my god, LJ, your hand. That's amazing.
Oh.
Nice. We slip them on.
Mm-hmm.
And then I turn to Allard's mother, and my mother's there with me. And I'm going to say, and what is her name? What is her first name?
Janine.
Janine? Janine, I want to thank you. For most of my life, you mothered me while I was looking for her. And she's here now. And we're figuring all of that out. But for the good part of 20 years, you made me feel like I had people. Thank you for making me part of your family.
You will always be our people, darling. And you will always have a home wherever the Longvilles are. Also, I have a gift for you as well. Something
More
I've been
presents?
working on for longer than the last 25 minutes.
Oh, wow.
In fact, more like the last 25 years. And she motions to another one of their servants, and who comes over and has this big box that's like gold, gold flake on the outside, and this huge ribbon. And she says the top just comes straight off. You open it up, and inside is this hand-made, you kind of pull it up, and it is the finest silk from the south, with all of this like hand crocheted, or not crocheted, what's the word? Appliqued stuff on it that is like all of the things that are kind of Eliza, but it's like white on white, you know, and it goes all around the bodice and then down to this very sleek and elegant long train, and then there are just little glass beads that have been painstakingly put around the neckline and down the front, and then around like almost like a belt, and then it goes down the back. She's like, look at the back, and it's this big it's almost like this explosion, like a bow coming out the back and around and then down into all these different lines that come out down each seam towards the back, and it is gorgeous. And this has to be 1,000 gold piece type of dress.
Lady de Longville, what did you do?
Started this that time you first came in, wet, looking like a drowned rat. Millard found you crying underneath that oak tree.
Then?
And I thought, this poor girl, she needs a family. And we had just gotten in some textiles from Adrasium that had come from the Far East. And I had a bolt of fabric. And I said, this is going to be her wedding dress, mark my words. I will see that girl get married.
Oh, Marie, you have no idea what's coming for you. Thank you. And I embrace her.
Marie's on her third glass of champagne. She's like, I know.
with the smoker's voice to it.
I know.
And she
Sounds
says,
like she's Apple Merman.
Yes. Also, and she turns to your mother. So we would be delighted if you would stay with us and make your home in here, our little summer cottage in Highkeep. And it is a villa, by the way. It is a gigantic villa on this cliff that has like some of the only greenery on this island, overlooking the bay, and you can see the mountains in the far distance and the lower city and all of this stuff.
Oh, yes, it's not their primary residence, Mother, but it is delightful.
Yes. And she's like, oh, wow, here? Well, what would I do? And Janine says, you would keep me company. That is all you need to, and everything else shall be provided for you.
She's going to be a grandmother soon.
Oh God, grandmother. Oh. And mom just like takes you by the hands and just says like, and she looks down at just like where she's actually touching you.
Hold fast.
Mm-hmm. And she just brings you into a hug. She's like, I have been able to see you and not talk to you and not touch you and not hug you and not smell you and not kiss your face. And for I don't even know how long I was in there to be here on this day.
Means the world.
Means the world.
I would have moved heaven and earth to make it happen. I did move heaven and earth to make it happen.
Heaven and earth to make it happen, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because everything that is strong in you has grown and rooted itself deep inside of me. And I'm stronger than anyone I know because of you.
You see like tears. And she just once again like grabs your face and kisses you. And then she says, and you are glorious, to Mina, and kisses her on the cheek. And she says, and you are going to have the cutest little magical babies.
We'll get there when we get there, Mom. We'll get there when we get there. We literally just got engaged. We don't need to go there now.
It was 25 seconds, not 5 seconds, but you weren't far off.
It could be eggs.
No pressure, no pressure. I just, you never know what sort of
mind. You know, I don't mind
sort
the
of
idea.
diseases I could have caught in that interdimensional prison, and
That's fair.
Who knows how long your poor mother is even going to be on this plane. I'm just saying. It's like, I'm just giving you shit. Take your time. Do what you be together. Have some time off that you're not trying to kill each other or other people.
Yep.
Take a cruise. I hear getting on a ship and sailing together is always good for a relationship.
Well, unfortunately, friends, I think it is time.
And you hear footsteps inside, rushing this way. And you kind of turn around, like grabbing for swords. And you just see Avery come through, and she's like, "Oh, fuck! I missed it. I have no excuse."
Avery,
Recorded here, yes.
you will be glad to know that my bride-to-be is a wizard. And a very talented one at that. You should have a discussion or two with her.
Oh, good.
You see what I did there? Introducing you to...
Yes, you're the best. She says, "Oh, well, have you ever been to Voxfarry before?"
It's quite nice.
She says, "Yes, actually, I did. I studied at Voxfarry for a while." She says, "Oh, then you know Master Quill?" "Oh, yes, he was our headmaster.
Yeah.
Seems to always know everything." And
she was top of her class, well employed when I met her. Terrifying.
yes. Says, "Oh, that's right. You went to work for Ghislaine at Blacktoon Prison, did you not?" She's like,
Is that the one that turned into a demon?
No.
Ghislaine.
Yeah, it's the one.
Oh,
that,
yeah. Yeah, he is.
I didn't think he turned into a demon. I thought he made a deal with a demon.
He
Well, he
did
sort of
turn into a demon.
Sort of burst out of his flesh, remember? And
Yeah.
he was all fat.
He was that first one.
He was
nice.
burping farts.
Oh, yeah. I don't think he knew he made a deal for that, though.
Oh, no, he did. He said,
Oh.
"I invoke the third pack," and then turned into a demon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Orlak was just going to say that because it was like a really weird, awkward moment that for him to say that out loud.
Yes.
Very true.
That's the one that became a demon, right? Yeah.
Yeah. That's the one.
No, not that one.
Different demon.
There's so many.
Too
and
many.
She says, Avery looks at you and says, "Well, congratulations, Eliza.
Thank you.
I'm so happy for you."
Thank you. We are wondering if we might possibly be able To make a long story short, Adalia has called us to come to her court and visit her.
We need the skull.
And we need the skull.
Need the skull.
Yes, we've had some communication with the gods. They've asked us to bring the skull to them. They're going to destroy it with a lightning bolt. Also, this is news to Mina.
Mm-hmm. And this is her all the time. This is why I love her.
Gods help me.
What have I done? No, it's the most wonderful thing in the world.
Marie passes Marie passes her a drink.
Yeah, just cheers.
And like they're probably standing off with Celeste or with Celine, and Celine's like, lucky.
Mm-hmm.
They have juice. It's not as cool.
Soon.
Marie says, I can hit you with a confusion spell. It's kind of similar.
Physician said no spell work, Marie.
Fine.
We know we likely need to speak to the king about this, but we are supposed to head to the temple and then, long story short, travel to Paless and...
All right. Let us put this 5 minutes down the road.
Okay.
I will finish this drink and quiz your lovely bride-to-be, talk to you and hear the wonderful stories of your love, and then in 5 minutes we'll head to Voxfarry and my quarters, and Lucen is there, the Archmage from Imperia, and we can all talk about this.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Ergoon, and Ergoon comes back with Willow on his shoulder.
Thanks.
We decided to come back because it seemed you were done talking about kids and we're talking about important things. And he'll just like open up his mouth and like for her.
Willow just
I think.
Yeah, it's like yeah.
Okay.
Just like makes a little cocktail in his mouth. It's like pour.
Yeah.
As soon as his mouth is full, I'm going to try to attract his attention, and I'm just going to like wave the mirror a little bit. So kind of go,
In there. We call this a dirty martini. What? I'm fun.
you are fun.
She is fun.
Yeah. Drink
You
your
are fun.
cocktail.
But if we're going to go off to the land of the gods, let us enjoy this time here first.
That's right.
Round 2.
Gosh.
Into party montage.
Yes, as you have some drinks. There are a few more baubles and things given to you, and Avery then leads the way down the path toward this kind of small, small kind of wooden building, and you look at it and it's got these letters that are just a little like not quite straight, and it's got these rickety doors, and it looks really out of place here amongst all these, clay villas and stuff. It looks like a very old building and single story. She opens the doors, and you walk inside, and you can see that there's like really old guy who's missing half of a leg at one of the tables reading a book, and there's like some shelves of books, and they're not quite full, and they're kind of fallen over. Some places are just stacked up, and this guy kind of and then there's somebody else in the background with like gray hair all up in a bun, and she's like putting some books back, and Avery just lets you all in, locks the door, dink, and hits the door with an arcane lock, and locks behind you, and she walks across and goes down. She takes her wand, taps one book, another book, third book, fourth book, and a fifth book in this kind of star formation, and the bookshelves just come in and start folding And beyond it, you see this huge grand hallway that is teeming with teenagers, essentially, and some older people, and some of them are like casting fireworks off of their spells. Yeah, and there's at the end, you can see that there's stairs going up, and it's got to be, 60, 70 foot wide hallway. And then there's doors going off either side, and one of the teachers is like, no, slow down, no running in the hallway. And a couple tiefling kids go running after each other, and
Hogwarts.
There's orcs and halflings, gnomes, and people from everywhere as they come in, and she just kind of walks you through, and she's like, hello? Huh? Blackmore? And nods to one of the teachers, and he's like, madam. And you see coming down the stairs toward you is this, it's a half orc, and he's got like this long fitted, I'm not even sure what you'd call it, but it's fitted on the top and comes to the waist, and then it comes off in like 4 parts that come to just about the knee, and breeches and like hide boots, very in fashion for high keep. And he comes down, and Mina leans over and says, "Oh, that's Master Quill." Let's see on this page, but I'll just put this.
So Orlak's met him before, so he'll sort of nod a greeting when he comes over. Master Quill.
And you can see he's got like these kind of gnarled, bony fingers and this kind of almost like pointy head. And unlike most half orcs, his skin is very Caucasian. And and he says, Gatekeeper, welcome back to Voxfarry.
I believe you've met my partner, Ergoon. Clutchmate.
I crawl down from your shoulders.
I actually recognize all your faces. I've been watching you for a while now.
Yep. Okay.
Yes.
That's unsettling.
Eliza Northwood and
Yes, sir.
Kismet Arturo. Nice accents. Willow Hickling.
Hi.
And this is the one they call Mina. Zana, I wanted to speak to you as well, but I understand that there is some urgency.
We need the skull.
Yes.
Well then. I don't believe that I can just hand it over to you whole cloth without speaking to our allies Lucen upstairs first. So please, join me. Candy. And he holds out a box of candy.
I love him.
Like chocolates.
I'll thank you.
I'll kind of whisper to Orlak, what are the chances these contain more than candy?
Ergoon, do you want some?
Would just put it in your mouth.
You put it in your mouth, and you remember the best candy you've ever had? This is basically that.
Oh.
It's
Amazing.
Yeah.
80.
Ergoon's trying to balance himself with his tail.
And he kind of like turns around, and he does it with like this flourish where those like little 4 panels come up off of him, and he kind of like holds his hands in front of him and up the stairs, and takes you through another hallway and to basically what is a long, it is essentially a tube. And when you look at it, it's just a long drop. And he goes, just have faith. And he backs into it and goes, Soom.
Let's go.
Kismet jumps in and like does a pose.
Shoom, 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 shoom. All one at a time, and you each come out Dexterity saving throws all around. I gotta roll some dice tonight.
Ergoon's going to make sure that he actually fit in the tube.
Yeah, you gotta like tuck your tail a certain way.
Like holding his tail up to his chest.
Oh no.
23.
12. Very low for Eliza.
16.
26.
7.
7.
I go.
Willow comes out like this.
So like as you come up, there's like almost like this little scoop at the top, and it's kind of designed so you onto your feet. And Eliza, Mina, Kismet, Ergoon, Orlak, and Willow and knocks you down like pins.
He says, "Ah, yes, that is a danger on your first time."
Thanks.
And you see in there, you see this very old, very rotund man. He wears black robes that are lined with red, and has a raven on his shoulder, and he's reading through a book while not touching it. It's just kind of hovering in front of him, and he sees you all come in. Ah, well, I see we have guests.
So Orlak scrambles to his feet and sinks to a knee in front of him and says, "Archmage," and bows his head.
I bow.
Bow.
I bow too. I don't know.
No need, I am not your sovereign. Please rise.
Kismet didn't bow.
Eliza didn't bow.
I don't think Ergoon did either.
I mean,
And, he kind of casts his eyes over all of you, and they land on Kismet, and he kind of, and then he doesn't say anything about it.
She looks uncomfortable, like a teacher who knows that I did something wrong and I know that they know, but they're not saying anything about it.
I love that.
He says, so, yes.
I imagine you're not just stands up, coming to say hello to an old friend. What can I do for you?
Archmage, we need the skull. We've received a holy vision to bring it to Paless, where the gods will destroy it for us.
You have a way to get yourself to Paless?
Personalized invitation.
Yes.
Very rare.
Adalia
happening
sent
once or
it to
twice.
us. We tend to encounter the rare, Archmage.
Yes, you do indeed, for you are very rare, all of you.
And he puts his eyes into your eyes, Willow and Kismet and Eliza and Orlak and Ergoon.
take us out to dinner first. Oof.
You are
That's
all
my
rare.
job.
We do not see heroes like you arise but once a generation.
Out of necessity.
Out of fate, perhaps?
Fate, fortune, necessity. They intermingle, do they not?
All of these intertwine into what is fate. You would need the skull. Well, won't you sit down, share a brandy with me, and let's talk about it. In 2 weeks, when we come back for the next episode, I won't be here next week.
3 weeks.
Oh my.
3 weeks.
You eat.
Yeah, we realized before you got here is Brian and I are both out the week after.
It's Gen Con.
Oh.